Alright guys, this is my third attempt trying to make this video. A, because I had a microphone that I had plugged into the phone, but it's not recording the audio from it, so the audio was terrible. I was trying to do it outside, but anyways, too much noise. Just ambient noise outside from the ocean and the air conditioning and just everybody, I don't know, just whatever. Anyways, I just wanted to give you guys a quick update, let you guys know that I know I haven't posted in a while, but I'm still around. I'm just on vacation right now in Hawaii. And we're currently in Kauai right now. We were on Oahu in Honolulu for a little bit less than a week, and then we wanted to spend the remainder of our time here in Kauai, 8 days in Kauai and 7 days in, something like that, 7 or 6 days in Oahu. Anyways, Kauai is amazing. I mean, for me, it's 10 times better than Oahu and Honolulu, just because there's a lot less people here. Tourism is just way below what's going on in Honolulu and Waikiki. This is more of a chilled place. This is a place where you want to come if you want to do a lot of hiking, surfing, biking, paddle boarding, zip lining, boating, like ATVing, mountain, like just all sorts of if you love the outdoors, Kauai is the place you want to be. We're staying in an area just north of Lahui and just south of Kapa'a. So I think it's called Wailima or something like that. Anyways, been using the cameras quite a bit here. Primarily the X Pro 2 with the 16mm f1.4. And let me tell you, it's been taking a beat. Well, it's been taking a beating just because I've been literally hanging it on my Black Rapid strap on every hike, and some of these hikes have been 8 hours and more, and some of them are on average like 4 to 5 hours. So it's been hanging off I've been slinging it across me, and it's just done amazing. Haven't had any issues. I gotta clean it up a little bit. There's like dirt in certain spots where you're hiking and you gotta put your hand down, and then I'm grabbing the camera just to make sure it's not flinging around too much, because having it too high on the Black Rapid strap is not very comfortable. Usually, it's lower, but on a hike, if it's too low, you get that risk of smashing into a rock or something like that. But it's done really well, and for the most part, I've been using this in bracketing mode, just because the lighting situations here change so dramatically. Like, you'll be looking one way, and you're exposing for the bright sky and the highlights, and then you turn around and it's like 4 or 5 stops darker, so you're having to readjust quite a bit. So I've been trying to find a happy medium with every shot, and then just bracket. I was using, in the same environment, like lighting environment, I was using 1/3 stop bracketing, but in some cases I've boosted up to 1 stop or even 2 stops depending on the environment. So X Pro 2 with the 60mm, I have not changed this lens at all. I only have one more lens for this, which is the 27mm, but I haven't switched this at all. This is my wide angle shot camera, and the X100S is the sort of a little bit closer, 23mm, 35mm equivalent, and I've been shooting with this as well. So I've been alternating pretty fairly between the two. Some shots are nicer, a little bit closer up. Some shots here, most of the shots here, you want a little bit wider. When I originally bought the X Pro 2, I knew I was coming to Hawaii, and I was debating on getting the 10-24 versus the 16mm f1.4. But for some reason, I just chose the 16mm, mostly on the reviews of the quality of this lens, just everything, the micro contrast, sharpness. So I decided to go with this one. I haven't looked at any of my shots yet, and I'm not going to, for a couple of reasons. One is I want to be pleasantly surprised when I get back. 2, I don't want to spend any time on the computer here. There's just way too much to do in a day in Kauai, and even when you're relaxing, there's so much relaxing to do. Even if you take a relaxing day, it can just take up your whole day. Like today we went up to a tea farm where they make locally grown dried tea. It's called Kauai Pharmacy. And then we went to a quick little site called Queen's Bath, and it's basically where the ocean merges into a lava bed pool, and it's really awesome. And then we came back got a little washed up, and then went out for a bite to eat, and that took the whole day. So I don't want to be on my computer. I don't really want to be looking at shots at this point. I want to get back, figure out which ones I like, pick the best of the best, get those printed out, put those up on the wall. And that's about it. So anyways, if you have any questions or comments besides that stuff, I did bring my Lumix, my Panasonic FZ1000 Lumix. I haven't used it at all. I thought I was gonna be getting some tight wide shots, or sorry, some tight zoomed in shots in certain locations. But I actually agree a lot with the angry photographer on this one. Whenever I use a zoom camera and then I look at the shots after, they're not real interesting. Like, there's a lot of bird life here, and wildlife and animals, but when you zoom in and you crop them out, I mean, they could have been taken anywhere. And if you're a birder, awesome, I totally get it. You know, I respect that, you know, the different breeds of birds and different species of animals, things like that. But for me, it kind of looks, I like getting a little bit of a wider shot. I think it tells more of a bit of a story on where you are, not just focusing in on the one animal. But there's tons of bird life here. I was really, really amazed at how much wildlife, bird life in particular, there is here. There's sea turtles and seals and everything like that here. But anyways, I'm sort of digressing, getting off topic. One other thing here is this Thule bag that I purchased, maybe that you saw in my previous video. This thing is amazing. I'm really happy with this. I've strapped this along my waist and I've slung it at the same time, so I get that, and it's done amazingly. And I've already put it through its paces. It already looks like it's like a year old here, just from all the trail abuse. But it's really done well. The one thing that I gotta say about this bag is there's a little hook here and this little pocket here that contains the waterproof cover, and I did need that, especially on one of the trails when we hiked the Nepali coast. It would start raining, and I just put it over, and everything was perfectly safe and perfectly dry. But the problem is that the way that it sort of hooks in here, it just goes in and it just fans out and it holds that way. It's not really a secure hold. And I remember stuffing it back in here and putting it in, but I don't know where it is. It must have fallen out somewhere. So that's the only gripe I've had about this bag so far. But other than that, it's been really amazing. I'm not going to recommend it because, there might be better bags. But for me, it's done really well. It's got like this waterproof zipper case for money and credit cards and stuff like that. And anyways, all right, that's about it, guys. I just wanted to check in and say what's up. And hopefully, when I get back, we'll go through some of the shots, and maybe they're all landscapey, so you might like them, you might not like them. Landscape shots can be a little bit boring, I get it. But for me, it's all about the memory of being here, and I'm not selling this stuff. I just put it up on the wall, and when I walk, in my house to the kitchen or to the bathroom or to the basement or on the second floor, that's what I want. I want to remember that I was here and remember certain moments about the vacation or the trip here. Catch you later, guys. See ya.